I'm gonna give y'all a couple of my personal reasons why I feel like in today's society, relationships don't work out how they should, or how they would, or how you would imagine them. Now, don't get me wrong. It's probably some people out there that are in very successful relationships. Now, I'm not just gonna say in today's society you won't ever meet the person you're supposed to meet. I'm not gonna say that it's not possible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you some things that would get in the way of a successful relationship. Number one for me, I would say social media. Social media is a very big distraction when it comes to being in a healthy relationship because we are so caught up in other people's relationship. We try to go off what we see, especially when it comes to celebrities. People you may know. I'm 25. I could go on Instagram and scroll and see somebody my age or younger than me getting married. And it would change the way I think. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna never get married. Well, with that mindset, I probably will never get married thinking that way. So it all starts with the mindset as well. Basing off of what you see other people online saying and letting that be your opinion other than what you actually think. Letting other people's opinion persuade how you actually feel. You know how you feel when it comes to being in a relationship. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you like. So social media shouldn't be the reason you get in a relationship or you don't have a relationship. Another thing with social media is we think we have so many options. Even with these dating apps, you can match with so many different people. I mean, I've done it. I've did it. You can match with so many different people and never meet these people, or you can match with so many different people and you think, well, I matched with this girl or I matched with this dude and I like her or I like him. And then you got this other person that's right in front of you that actually has the pure intentions of being with you other than just hooking up or whatever the case may be. Number two, I would say communication is a big downfall in today's society. It's kind of like everybody want to play hard to get. Everybody want to test the other person to see if they're gonna be there, and it's like mind games and manipulation. And that's I've did it. I can't say I haven't. I've experienced it. Didn't like it. Nobody want to actually talk about their feelings. Everybody's so emotionally unavailable. That starts with you though. Like you have to sit down and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? It ain't about the other person all the time. Sometimes it's you. Like people be like, well, I'm not the problem. Well, sometimes you are the problem. A lot of people aren't really self-aware of the things that they do to people because they're so caught up in what people do to them. Everybody want to stand on business. Everybody want to have those bragging rights of saying, well, yeah, I ain't text her for 24 hours. And I understand the concept of that, but if you really want somebody and you really want to pursue somebody, you should be able to communicate to them. You don't have to talk to somebody all day, every day. But as long as y'all are on the same page, y'all not talk on the phone for hours. Some days y'all might not get to talk on the phone. That's okay. It's all about being on the same page. Some people don't know what they want. Some people are confused on what they actually want. A lot of people are attracted to physical appeal, which I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be physically attracted to somebody, physically or sexually attracted, but a lot of people want to change people. A lot of people want to date the people that look so good but don't have really much going for themselves, and they trying to change them. Trust me, you ain't finna change them folks. They gotta want to change themselves, and that just goes for anybody. Ain't nobody finna change you. You can meet somebody that's willing to work with you, and you're willing to work with them. That is different because y'all are both working. If you are trying to change this person and this person has no desire to change, you are wasting your time. And I truly believe that, especially when it comes to people getting cheated on. Now, I'm not bashing people, but some people stay when they get cheated on and they know their worth, but they feel like, well, I feel like I can turn this person's life around and just trying to fill that void. Some people are lonely. That's another reason why people aren't in successful relationships because a lot of people talk to people because they're lonely and they can't be alone and they feel like they got to have somebody in their life 24/7. They feel like they got to have that person to fill that void of happiness. We got to learn how to sit at home and be alone. It's okay to be alone because the more you are alone, the more you work on yourself and you dig deeper into who you really are. You don't want to really be with somebody and you don't know who you are as a person. You don't really know what you bring to the table. You don't really know because if you don't know these things, you're not gonna know how to react to certain situations when things get bad. You're just gonna automatically click off like that. Before you get into a very successful relationship with somebody you would want to be with for the rest of your life, I need y'all to realize you will fail in other relationships. But instead of looking at it as, oh, this person didn't want me or I waste my time, look at it as it was a life lesson. It was helping me learn the things I wouldn't want from a partner and the things that I would want. I would say I've met girls where, okay, she was fly and I love that about her and it made me want to be with her, but meet the she didn't meet the expectations as far as mentally, or she was there physically but she wasn't there mentally for me. And so now I know what I want physically. I know what type of girl. I know how I want my girl to dress. I know how I want my girl to look. Not not to a T, but I have an idea. Or I would meet a girl who wasn't as fly, but she had the mental capacity to give me knowledge. She had the mental capacity to give me some type of wisdom. I learned something from her. I like the way she think, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. Physical appeal isn't everything, but it is. You attract what you are. And I'm fly, and I feel like, of course, I would want to be with somebody that's fly, but only because it's a confidence thing, and I want people to be themselves. And I love a girl who could just be themselves in whatever they wear. And it's like off the wall. So I'm an off the wall person. Say I would meet a girl with both of those things, but they're not there emotionally. They're not emotionally intelligent at all. So it's a bunch of different characteristics that you'll meet within other people that you date, that you need to take from that and know, okay, well, this person had this, but they didn't have that. This person had that, but they didn't have this. And you apply that. And then, once you date enough people, because, bruh, I'm 25. And of course, I've dated plenty of people. You might end up meeting the person you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life early on and not know it. And y'all just happen to cross paths again. It just happens like that. This is life. The main thing that we focus on is being in a relationship, other than having a relationship with God or having a relationship with ourselves first before we can fully commit to somebody else. Because think about it, you fully committing to a whole nother person. And if you haven't fully committed to the things you need to do in your life and the things you would want to accomplish as a person, then how can you give energy to this person? So it got to be an equal exchange. It's gonna take some time. You might be talking to your wife or husband every day and not know. I'm just giving y'all that motivation to just let it happen. It'll happen on its own. Don't chase after it. I learned this from this podcast I was watching. And it said, whenever you are chasing something, whenever you get in the habit of chasing something, that's already telling yourself that it's running from you. So never chase anything. Like when it comes to being in a relationship, don't chase a girl, don't chase a dude, because a person that's gonna want to be there is gonna be there. They're not gonna run from you. They're gonna run to you. You attract what you are. Be that attraction, and it'll come to you. Like it'll just happen. I'm not gonna necessarily say it hasn't happened to me yet. I don't know when it'll happen, but I know I'm on that path of just working on me. Like I'm just focusing on my goals, my crafts, and I'm just enjoying life every day, every step of the day. You only can take life a day at a time. So those are some of my personal opinions why I feel like relationships look like they won't work in 2025, but it's just really like you just really need to wait on that shit. You really need to be patient and you need to dig a little deeper. Be yourself. Really think about what you want. Stay off of social media a little bit. Today's society, you might meet your wife on social media, bro. It's a different day and age. So don't let none of those things I tell you. I'm not telling you that it won't happen. I'm just giving you some of the things you might need to look at of why it isn't happening, or why isn't it happening for you, or just giving you some of my brain and the way I think. And you may not feel like any of those things affect you. That's fine. If you enjoyed it and you liked it, then that's fine. And if you didn't, that's cool too. Free will. So I really hope this video helps somebody. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day and keep being fly.